Well, hello, it's Wednesday, so it must be Woolly Hat's Wednesday Wits. How are you? Are you doing well? Are you having fun? I'm having quite a lot of fun at the moment. I had a neck and back massage like yesterday, and it was absolutely fabulous. And on next week, I'm going to have my hair cut, so that'll be good. Anyway, apart from that, I've been having fun doing knitting and crochet, as usual, as you can expect. So I don't know whether you remember, but a few weeks ago I showed you these squares that I was making. Yeah? And you can see that unlike a normal granny square, the things go around in spirals. And they were quite funky to do. So there's I'm making a blanket and there's 6 different types of squares. So that's one. There's another one, different colours there. And then this with colours there. And also some nice purpley ones as well. So I've done quite a lot of them. And as you may remember, I had to go and buy some more because I ran out of orange. And I just thought I'd show you what it's all about. So this is the start of a square. As you can see, it's the spirally working quite well. It does mean that you have quite a lot of things going on underneath, and it does mean that you have to leave some of your hooks or big loops, because what you do is you go from one to the other. So that I've just finished the end of one round, so I'm on this one here. So what I'll be doing is working into, I don't know if you can see that, working into this one here. And it's just treble, so it's a very easy stitch to do, like a lot of granny squares are. So I've done a bit more on there, as you can see, and then I'll go on this side, and then I'll go on this side, and then I'll go on this side back to the beginning there, and then start the next round. So you do have to remember to untwizzle. You think it's a bit like a string puppet, but anyway, that's how you do your spiral granny square. So I've been having fun doing those, and I couldn't wait to see how it put together, because it's quite funky how it goes together. So although you have a thing like that, you think, well, how are you going to put them together to match? Do you just do them randomly? But oh no, this is the thing. So this is what I've done so far. As with all granny squares, there are lots of ends. So what I do is try and do them as I go along. So there, look at that. Isn't that fab? So I'm really pleased with this. So this is going to be quite funky. Now I could make this a scarf, couldn't I? But it's going to be a lot bigger and make it into a blanket for this room, because of course this is the jungle room as well as the champagne room. So that's that. So the way it works is, if we can get to, there we go. Right, so no, yep, that's it there. So you can see this has got a blue and a green edge, and this has got a blue and a green edge, so that's how you put them together there, and then you sew them up. Now normally I would advise people to not sew up with the end of your yarn, because if you have to undo it, you've lost your yarn. But with this one, I've done long yarn bits of tails, as you can see, and that will be used to sew up, and it's just a slip stitch like that, with catching the half of the stitch at the end. So I am dead chuffed with that, as you can see. Just going to show you it again because I think it is so fab. There, look at that. I think the colour's fab. And this is all from my stash, which means that when I've done this, I could go out and buy some more yarn. But no, it is good. So there, rather pleased with that. It looks quite good on the video as well, actually. It will pick up the colours in the sun. So that's my exciting having fun bit this week. I've been doing a bit of knitting of my blue top, and I'll show you that later, and that's been a nice mindful knit. However, I couldn't knit on Sunday night because it was in the line of duty, and you have to really pay attention to that. So it was either knitting or watching, so I watched. So can't wait for Sunday's last episode, so we'll see what happens there. The other thing that I've got totally unknitting and crochet related is this popped through the letterbox the other day. I'd ordered this and it's Hilary Mantel's third and final bit on Thomas Cromwell, and so that's a nice big too. So I'm going to keep that for. I don't know whether I'm really desperate to read it. So I'm reading a book on by Simon Mayo, actually, about some American prisoners of war in Dartmoor. So I've nearly finished that, so then I might go into that. So keep that with me. So lots of things to do there as well, and I'm continuing to do some spring cleaning of my stash and all my bits and pieces, so that I can hopefully do some workshops in the summer. But I will be putting information out at the end of this week about my courses in the autumn. So if you don't like anything that I put out there but want something in particular, then let me know. I can do one-to-one sessions, or we can arrange something for one or two friends of yourselves somewhere to do something on that as well. So please don't feel that what I offer is just what I can do. I can do other things as well. And of course the other thing is we're all going back to work in the office. And if any of you are out there want to do some team building events, then perhaps you'd like to do it with knitting or crochet. So have a word with me and let me know, because I'd like to trial that over perhaps the autumn next year, but it takes a while to set these things up. So that's all for me this week. I hope you're fit and well. I will see you next week with shorter hair, and have a good week. Bye bye.